Hello, welcome to another video, and this isn't about gaming, it's not about the Intellivision Amico, it's about the mundane aspect of changing your light bulbs in the house, although in this case it's some light bulbs which are an absolute pain in the backside. These are MR16 Halogen light bulbs which I've got in the bathroom. You can see on the picture there, there's 4 bulbs, but only 2 are working. Well, it came to the point, I mean, they do have another light in the bathroom, but it came to the point where a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, just over 2 weeks before making this video, I had to have all 4 halogen MR16 lights replaced, as you can see. 3 were replaced with some General Electric ones. I don't even know if that brand exists, but I'd had them in the cupboard from quite a while ago. And the 4th one is one I recently, well, part of a new batch I recently bought from Amazon. There are loads of ones on Amazon you can buy, and I mean, I'll put a link in the video description to the ones I bought. But when I tell you that one of them went out, is you might not want to rush, but it might not be that. Anyway, so the 4th one, in the one I got from Amazon, is in the bottom right of the picture you're looking at. Now, when my handyman first put them in, because, well, we'll get on to why I didn't do it myself at the time. We put them in. We first put them in, and the one on the 4th one, I say bottom right, it didn't come on at first. Now, I can't remember whether he actually took the bulb out again and put it back in, but I think he actually took the whole casing down and clipped something back in just above the light casing, and then it worked. He just unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it worked. I think it may have been the transformer that goes with these halogen bulbs. But yeah, so everything was working fine at first, but within 3 days, that 4th one, the one I'm just talking about, stopped working. And then after 2 weeks in total, the light above the shower unit, which is the bottom left one, was also gone. So I'm thinking, so much for 3,000 hours on the packet for the older bulbs and 4,000 hours listed on the packet for the newer ones. I mean, to me, the whole last few weeks have just been a whole cataclysm of things breaking down and being replaced, like a fridge freezer, big American fridge freezer. That was a nightmare to deal with. I mean, they replaced it within an hour when they brought it, but just the stress of wondering what it'll be like when it finally comes, and will it work, and all the rest of it. I could go into that another time. I've actually mentioned the fridge freezer on this channel, so I probably went into it then. But other little things have gone wrong along the way, and it's just like every time I get something fixed, including some roof tiles. I mean, a few days after these things got sorted, and then I did have a problem with the fridge freezer fixed by the guy from Samsung, the doors leveling thing, which I mentioned in the last video. Then we had 3 storms, and Storm Franklin was the one which blew some roof tiles off. So I had to get them dealt with. So just as I think I finally get things sorted out, something else goes wrong. That's the problem. That's what it's like owning a house. Absolute pain in the backside. Now, these particular lights, when they were sort of as all 4, as I say, there is another bulb in the bathroom, so I wasn't completely in the dark, but I'm really crap at DIY. Yeah, I did let it get to the point where all 4 had gone, as mad as it sounds. But my thought process is I can't replace them myself, these particular bulbs, because I can't get the casing out of the full ceiling, because it's so damn awkward. And I keep thinking I don't want to pull the whole ceiling down. Now, my handyman, when he did them all, he's got a bit of a height advantage. So rather than actually put because it's quite a bit of a fancy shower unit, I've not shown it on here, but I thought he was going to have to put the step ladder sort of half in and half out of the shower enclosure, which would be a bit awkward. I mean, it has been done once a few months ago when an electrician came to deal with something. I should have got him to deal with the lights at the time. But he managed to, I keep thinking if I put the step ladder on the shower enclosure, I've no idea how strong it is, how safe it is, any of that. I mean, obviously takes my weight, as it has taken 2 people in there before, the weight. So it does have some strength in there, but I don't know how strong it's underneath. But I mean, a mate told me, who's good at DIY, if as long as you've got you've got rubber on the feet of the step ladder, yes, it has that. And as long as you've got it all balanced out where your step ladder is, so it was half in, if it be half in and half out, which it would be, then it should be fine. But I'm still anxious about whether it would work or not. But as I say, when the electrician came to deal with the shower unit, he thought nothing of just putting the step ladder up and going up the step ladder to sort of get a bird's eye view of the shower unit, and it worked perfectly fine. Meanwhile, I was behind him, just quietly just my brain was quietly imploding, thinking, oh my god, is this going to break? Is this going to break? Is this going to break? And it didn't break, and it's perfectly fine. But just like, Jesus Christ, because it's like the shower enclosure. It's like a lot of things. When I had some refurb done, it's about 15 years old almost, and not everything lasts. And also, if I had if the shower enclosure went, I can't get another one that same size. So it just means sort of probably having the floor retiled or something. God, that'd be a nightmare. Anyway, let's try not to think about that. But as I say, my handyman has a bit of a height advantage, so he can actually reach over to do the 2 bulbs that are above the shower without having to put the step ladder inside the shower. And yeah, you may be able to see in the picture, there is a bit of old damp damage on the right hand side of the picture. It's from quite a while ago. I know I should sort that out. There's a couple of other areas in the house that could do with a touch up of paint. Oh, owning a house is a royal pain in the arse. So the picture you're looking at now is the 4th bulb. The other bulb above the light shower is still out, because I don't do that myself. But I actually tried to deal with this particular bulb. Now, yeah, the chrome casing on these bulbs on the enclosures has seen better days. As I say, it's almost 15 years old. What to do? Now, basically, maybe against my better judgment, I just sort of went for it, tried gently to do it, but I did manage to get the casing down out of the full ceiling, and I brought the clips down, and then in the end, I did get it back into the ceiling, which then started to make me think that it wasn't going to work out, because one clip on one side started coming out of its sort of thing where it sort of is essential to sort of spring back in. And I think I managed to slip it back in before I folded the clips up. But as you can see, it sustained a bit of damage. Little bits on the ceiling there. Oh, it's not brilliant, is it? Just making me wish that the chrome surround was wider, so it would cover it up. Also, as I had to sort of wrestle a bit to get the clips out, a fair bit of dust came down, but at least that can be cleaned up. What really grinds my gears about this is that, what really just chuffs me off, because I'm trying not to swear, is that once I'd got the casing down and out of the full ceiling, I realised I didn't need to get the casing down. All I really needed to do was pull the unit down slightly, unscrew the chrome circular casing, which is just like about a quarter turn to the left, and the bulb was revealed. So it was a lot easier than I thought. And if I'd known that, I wouldn't have pulled the casing down and the ceiling would look better. I mean, the ceiling's not brilliant, as you can see, but at least I wouldn't have added to its woes today. I mean, I don't think it was 100% after the bulb was last changed, or even when it was put in originally, when you look up close at them. So say, when it came to actually changing the bulb, once I got access to it, the first thing I did was disconnect the bulb and reconnect it, and then just check from the socket. So trouble is, because it was only me doing it, I had to sort of step down from what I was doing and just go and just hope it didn't fall down while it was just hanging there. Although now I know different on how to deal with it, and it did come on, so I didn't actually have to change the bulb itself. So yeah, just pull out the bulb or disconnect the bulb, reconnect it, and it came on. However, well, I'm glad that, at least for now, unless it, please don't go again. At least I'm glad that while I have that light, I'm gutted about the fact that I've made a mess which I didn't have to make. And I can't. I wish I could turn back time and correct that, because it's just galling when something like that happens. I mean, I guess I can get some paint and tidy it up a bit, but the trouble is when you have a little patches in the house and you think, oh right, I'll touch that up with a new bit of paint, all you then start noticing is the extra paint. Then again, I mean, between all four of them, none of them look particularly stunning. As I said before, the chrome surround rusts a bit over time, and like life in general, everything dies. I mean, on the plus side, you don't always look up close at ceiling spotlights. Certainly not when you're performing your ablutions in the bathroom. Normally, I'm looking at my phone. But at least after I have a shower, everything's all misty in there, so you can get out before you see the said damage. But then one thing that happened that really made just dropped my heart into my mouth. After unscrewing the circular chrome casing, it fell out of my hand and hit the floor. Luckily, it didn't break, and I think I've avoided any damage down there after trying to have a quick check, because it would have hit floor tiles. You don't want to be banging stuff on those. Albeit possibly as it went down, possibly bouncing off the bin lid to break the fall. But I mean, Christ, I don't think I've had a scarier experience than that in a long while. I was already on stress farm trying to deal with this, and then for that to happen as well, I was just like, oh my god. It's like in Mission Impossible when Tom Cruise is just watching the knife fall. That I think Jean Reno has a knife and he drops a knife and it ends up falling down and onto the guy's desk, and it's just like ah! So I was like, oh my god. Just that moment when I saw it dropping and then I heard the clang, and I was like, oh Christ. And then this just makes me think back to when I watched Homes Under the Hammer, which is a makeover show on BBC One where within an hour they cover 3 houses, and you just sort of watch the makeover of each one go from start to finish. And spotlights are just put in everywhere. And on day one, almost everything looks absolutely perfect, unless the person doing it has done a bad job. So I have to wonder, in those cases, what all these spotlights and surroundings are like many years down the track. As I say, mine have been in position for about 15 years, so what's the situation for all those houses on the programme? I guess most people don't expect to live in the house additionally for that length of time before they move, so they won't have to deal with it. But yeah, spotlights are just everywhere. I mean, in the kitchen, which is usually the place where you also expect to have spotlights in the ceiling. Thankfully, I just have and God, I wish I'd had something like this in the bathroom. It's like a sort of 6 light unit which came from B&Q at the time, and it's just got easy LED bulbs which are just they're not positioned over anything that's difficult to get to. They're sort of in the middle of the room, and I can just put a step ladder up and just climb up it and change a bulb, put the new one in, job done. But yeah, God, I wish the bathroom was like that. So yeah, so when I do finally actually get round to changing these bulbs, I then make a pig's ear out of it. The light's changed, well, the light's corrected in a way, but yeah, I feel like I've made a pig's ear out of it. So that's just left me feeling just a bit shit, quite frankly. And a few weeks ago, in fact, no, I think I tried it after. I think I tried it before and after the handyman came, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I tried to sort of get to the casing on one of the bulbs when they were all off, and I all I thought I could do was pull it down a bit, and then I had to pull the casing out. I just obviously I don't. I just needed to sort of pull it down slightly just to get access, very slightly to get access to the chrome circular, casing thing, and then just turn it a quarter turn to the left, put that down safely, and then change the bulb, and then or just pull it out and try it in again. But either way, once you finish, just can it reconnect the chrome casing, and then push it back up, and as long as you're not sort of pulling down and pushing up too much, it should be okay. But as you can see with this one, it's sort of slightly down from the ceiling. It's yeah, it's not as perfect as it was from day one, obviously. Because just shit like that in the house just really pisses me off, quite frankly. Why can't everything just bloody work? Why can't everything be easy to change? Why can't everything just be easy to replace? I mean, I had to bloody microwave broke down the other day. I mean, it lasted like 23 and a half years, which is crazy. But you know, it just goes, and then you're like, oh shit, what do I do now? Yeah, I cook generally in the oven, but there's just lots of stuff I use the microwave for, and I was a bit stuck for a couple of days while I waited for another one to come. And then when that does come, I've then got to just swap it over, and in a way that's the easy part, but also both of them are damn heavy. And you want to be able to sort of get it out of the room before it, without it damaging the floor. You don't want it sort of dropping onto the floor. But yeah. Oh, only a house. Am I right? Oh well, there's my moan for the day anyway. I don't need marks out of 10 as to how I've done with that light bulb. At least it's on for now. But that's it. It just makes me think, when's it going to go again? Oh, life. Don't talk to me about life. Anyway, so apologies for those who expect to see like a video of how to do this. I couldn't film it, take pictures or whatever at the same time because it was only me doing it. And quite frankly, if I didn't have to do it, I'd be quite happy. I kind of wish, in a way, I'm glad I have realised that I can change a bulb a bit easier than I thought I could. But in another way, I wish I'd just waited until my handyman was free for him to do it. So, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you own a house, what's gone wrong for you in your house? But yeah, what's my sign out thing? Anyway, as I say, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis. But yeah, don't expect too many how-to videos for dealing with light bulbs, because yeah, that's not what this channel is about. I'm just having a bit of a moan about this one. Anyway, there you go.